We also do have our own in Zimbabwe, our own success stories, honestly speaking, which, let me see which ones are worth mentioning. For instance, when creatives engage with policy in Zimbabwe, the copyright law, that's the Advocacy, circa 2004, when the National Arts Council of Zimbabwe successfully lobbied the government, leading to the passage of the Copyright and Neighboring Rights Act, Chapter 2605 in 2004, which improved protection of artists from piracy. So that's an example of how organized advocacy by cultural leaders directly changed policy. We also have the tax-free equipment for artists. Also, where National Arts Council of Zimbabwe successfully lobbied the government to gazette Statutory Instrument 136 of 2003. I know yesterday people were talking about what does Arts Council do for us? What have they done for us? There are win stories, and those are part of the win stories. That allows us to support, to import, for instance, musical and broadcasting, recording and PA systems duty-free. And it has transformed the face of the arts and culture in Zimbabwe. Yeah, and correct me, Mr. Vuta, recent legal protection partnership, is it still in existence? Where the National Arts Council has signed a memorandum of understanding with DNM attorneys? Are you aware of that, ladies and gentlemen? No, you see. So, are you able to
speak us through?
Okay, we have a partnership in existence with DNM attorneys, which is led by Advocate Moses Ngomo, who have matters affecting artists when it comes to intellectual property. Only that. Not any other issues that artists may have. Their support services as legal experts will be confined around matters to do with intellectual property. So all artists that are facing issues of copyright violation, trademarks, etc., they can approach the National Arts Council so that they can sort the services of DNM attorneys upon approaching National Arts Council of Zimbabwe. I think that's
So you see, that's a success story also. Which is more effective, individual or organizational advocacy? Both. Yes, we can say both because can we push it a bit? We can look at our strengths and our weaknesses and our opportunities and our threats of each of those. For instance, when you're an individual artist and you want to advocate, there is creative expression. You can directly communicate your message through your work and make advocacy personal and emotional and resonate. We've seen that a lot. There is authenticity also, because your voice is original, it's unfiltered by a larger organization, and it can build a strong, genuine connection with an audience. You are a personal brand, you directly control your message, your vision, and your identity. And also, there is flexibility and agility. As an individual artist, you can adapt your creative approach and message quickly and response, and you are using new trends or events without needing approval of larger hierarchy. Sometimes but also there are weaknesses. We are just analyzing each. So there are also weaknesses there. One, you're an individual. You have limited resources compared to an organization. So typically, you have less funding, less staff, and maybe even you have less reach compared to an organization. There is time constraints. You must split your time between your creative practice and business operations. You have lack of infrastructure. As an individual, you lack legal, financial, and administrative support. which an organization may have, and that may make little things, grant applications, but also it's very complicated to normally fund an individual. You are small scale. The impact of one artist's voice is often smaller than of a collective movement, which makes it harder to influence systematic change. So there are opportunities also. The external opportunities are, that's where we are now. We call it the SWAT. So what we are doing is we're going through opportunities as individual artists. What are opportunities of having been represented? Technology, for instance, social media, digital platforms, they will offer you a low cost but high reach. We have a curriculum episode to spread art messages and global audience. Collaborations, you can partner with other artists, you pool resources and broaden the audience. And then you have a niche market appeal. By focusing on a specific cause, an artist can build a dedicated, loyal following that connects with their message. What are the threats? As an individual, Alma, do we know about algorithm changes?
To social media, whether it's Facebook or YouTube, they try and see what you are watching, what you are uploading, then they build a fan base based on that. So they actually pull people who are of the same feather with you together, and that becomes your audience. So the next time you click, what comes in is based on what you have been watching before. So they watch us, learn what we are doing, then surf the internet and give us relevant data to what we are doing.
So the other part of it, also algorithm changes, is that when people have impressions on your content, whether negative or positive, that also affects reach your content level, because if there are negative impressions on your content, then it becomes sidelined and suppressed. So it may not end up reaching the market as well as how you would have wanted it to reach. So that also impacts the algorithm change. So you find that it's always dynamic, again based on location, because remember the issue of you activating your location on your phone, it also affects who gets to see or who you get to see in your feed. Because the idea is that suppose you go to Bulawayo or you go to Harare and you're interested in our communities are there. So there's a lot of data that gets captured even from the device. There's certain listening that happens in the permissions that we give our devices. Then you find that sometimes even we have a conversation about this, and then you find later some information that's popping up, or have done the conversations over the last during the day. It's also because of some of those subtle permissions that you have given to your phone.
Also train them, especially with YouTube and Facebook, you can give those responses, when they put the 3 dots on Facebook, I don't want to see this, whatever. You can respond to those and teach it what to show you and what not to show you as well. And then YouTube, just by continuously clicking on the searching and clicking on the things that you want, you can teach a pattern as well. So it works for us as well.
You can also, they help us to train, especially on YouTube. You can program them to post your videos, even if you are offline. So if you want to post your videos throughout the month, you schedule them. Put the time and date of when you want to post the video. So if the whole month you are offline and you have suggested you want to post 10 videos that month, they will be posted.
Then there are also intellectual property concerns. Let's say you're an individual. You face risk of copyright infringement, plagiarism when you're sharing that online. Now the big one, the cancel culture and public backlash. As an individual artist, you are more personally exposed and vulnerable to targeted attacks or negative feedback from critics and online audiences. Have you seen and noticed that a lot? There are people that will post and the following will flock, And whether they are saying the truth or not saying the truth, it does not matter, but they have serious traction. So now the responsibility is on them to know that when you must only post, people listen. So also the responsibility already as a person who I make sure we post that responsibly. And then also, you know, there are people depression as we are. I work with young people, and I've had some of them stressed that I posted the picture and there was only one like. And it really affects them. I didn't get it before, but for young people, it's a serious thing not to get a like. Why are people not liking?
It's not like
So are we saying now we get gratification from somebody clicking that button? Yes. Are we saying people know we get gratification from them clicking that button?
No.
They don't know.
Some they just watch without clicking. So when you watch my videos, you should click that.
But maybe there's something that I see and I know is good, or it's a good opinion. But because it must tolerate, I won't click so that it affects them. Let me take it, I'm coming to you. Let me take it to simple things. I know people will disagree or not agree with me. How many times have we as creatives, cultural activists, whatever we are, shared each other's content? Even if we see it, why don't you share it? It means you know the power you have in your click, the power you have in your share. So yeah, it's the thing.
One interesting thing about social media, like you can, if you go on your Facebook account, there is a way it says see professional dashboard. So there on that professional dashboard, you are able to see, it advises you when are your followers or most of the people that interact with your profile active. Because sometimes to avoid getting that one like, you'll find that maybe I posted 1 p.m. Majority of people that interact with my account are active at 11 p.m. So this is something that you need to master. Time frame. Or when it comes to social media, you need to master the time frame, timing, and the captioning of your post, how you caption. And there is a way that you're supposed to caption, and then there is maybe sometimes for us creative, we put our hashtags. Hashtags is something that also like maybe let's say hashtag arts for development. This is a hashtag that if you click it there, it's already trending. It will show you like maybe it's being used by 1 million people across the world. So if you use that hashtag also, you are able to attract more people also to come and engage in your account. Even those that are not following you, even those that are not interested in your account, but they are able to see in as much they are not going to like and comment in your post. So sometimes about mastering on if you see my account here where it's written professional dashboard, you click there, you will see waiting there are certain ages, the countries that are interacting with your account and engagement and all that. So you try to normalize visiting this thing so that you check who's interacting, the age group that you are attracting, countries and time frame, what is they are more interactive in your account at one time to one time.
Slowly becoming irrelevant. Yeah, because I know I'm a social media shy person. So I noticed that when I stopped posting heavy, suddenly when I post, I get 15 likes maximum. Then somebody said, it's because you're not doing it regularly. And then I said, it's okay. I'm fine with it. But then I'm also very scared of who are we talking to on social media. It's a jungle. It's jumping into a pool without knowing how deep it is. It's really, young people know how to deal with it. But some of us, imagine somebody just decides to create an account just to go after me. And whatever I post, they are on my case, and their friends also come. And I don't even know who they are. And I try to go to their profiles to check who they are. I can't even find them. But they are continuing to be on my case. So, yeah, definitely okay.
So I think it's an interesting space. And let me use the word space deliberately. Because I then wanted to also bring a highlight you are talking about our views. Here in the only professional dashboard, we see that there is views, there is impressions, which are totally different aspects of the same content. Because your content may appear on someone's timeline, and that person may choose not to see that content, but that left an impression because they would have seen it for a second and went past it. However, when then it gets recorded as your view, means someone deliberately clicked on it, opened it, a video, while the other even at least 5 seconds or something. That then translates into a mark that separates view and impression. Again, it comes back to what we are saying, to say, really, how comfortable are you having yourself out there? Remember, we are physical beings, and as a creative, niche or market that you're creating a content for. So you know what real estate, that's why I said it's a space. Real estate is also online and is also physical. Because some of the people that help you get your art out, or who are your audience, could be the people around you. So you should be able to curate content for the people around you and for the people online. Because again, you're creating for someone who's one that is a German, and they may not be able to attend your show. So the misconception in Zimbabwe on our creative space, we suppose you've got 100,000 views, but how many of those then translate into a physical audience when you're doing a local show, or Bulawayo, you see what I mean? So we should also be able to be wary of separating the physical space and the virtual space, and then deliberately deciding how to share our content and for what purpose, so that it brings us, if you are seeking to monetize, whether physically or digitally, then plan likewise. Thank you.
To help abadala abancane. Umhlanga kudala wayesiya e-chronic ayifaka i-advert. Khathesi i-chronic isivali. I-chronic lesikhona khathesi sila. So okwenzakalayo abantu laba bathemba umhlanga is a creative angayenza i-story asifake la. Kunabantu abaningi abazabuya bezosiklika besibona. So uYouTube uyathatha i-advert from eConnect ayifake kumhlanga. Umuntu angaklikha kumhlanga bathatha i2 cents banika umhlanga bona bathatha 3 cents. The more people click kumhlanga uyahola. So ungavula iYouTube or account kuthiwa i-passive income. Ulele abantu beklika bebukela i-advert i2 cents ibuya kuwe. At the end of the month bayakuthumela i-check $100 ulele. Nzamanje ukuthi singabalekeli ikhashana. What we used to do with the chronic is now done here. So it's just ubuhle bakhona is a creative. Got a problem ngokwenza into ethandwa ngabantu. The more people click, so ngicela lapha singaphuma nami singene kweyami. Lingabukela i-sign language ikona li-click. Mali click la lingenisa imali. That's how we can support each other. It's just clicking. Subscribe, click, only that. Then I make money.